Good morning. Meeting is now called to order. Ms. Gaynor, will you introduce our visitors, please?
Okay, I'll start over here in the window with our general counsel, Barry Maka. Mike Taylor is our internal auditor. Kyle Owen is our associate vice president for facility services. Dirk Welch is chair of the staff senate. We have Matthew Park, who is associate vice president of student affairs and dean of students. And over here we have Dr. David Carlson, who is chair of the faculty senate. Next to him is Dr. Deborah Garrison, dean of the graduate school and associate vice president of academic affairs. We have Dr. Magali Rincon Zachary, and she's the director of undergraduate research. And next to her we have Rachel Watley. She is a member of Eureka, and she is also a student in radiological science. And next to her we have Dr. Martin Camacho. He's dean of the Lamar D. Fain College of Fine Arts. And then we have with us John Engel. He's a reporter for the Times Record-News. And over here in this corner, where he was supposed to be yesterday, is Charlie Carr, director of athletics. Then we have Dawn Fisher, who is director of human resources, and Cindy Ashlock, executive assistant to the president.
Thank you, Ms. Gaynor. Again, welcome. Thank you for your participation in our committee meetings yesterday. It says I thought it was very productive, but I'll also add it was very long. So thank you for staying with us yesterday. Just a reminder that we are being streamed live on the internet, and that if you do something untoward, Cindy will spin the cameras towards you, and it will be recorded. Please silence or turn off your cell phones. Provide an opportunity for public comment concerning agenda items at the beginning of each meeting. It appears that no one has signed up to speak, and we will move on. We'll take items 15, 43, 44, and 45 together. These are the approval of the minutes of the August 7th and 8th and September 22nd board meetings. Are there any additions or corrections? If not, they will stand approved as presented. We'll now move to the consent agendas. The executive committee met yesterday, and our report is as follows. Item presented for committee approval only, 1509 committee minutes. Items presented for information only, 1510 Campus Condition Index, 1511 Campus Facilities Implementation Plan, and Campus Construction Updates. 1512 Information Technology Report. Items removed from agenda for additional discussion. 1513 Phase 1 Housing and Mass Communication Addition Project. 1514 Phase 1 Housing and Mass Communications Addition Project Financing. As you recall yesterday, items 1513 and 1514 were discussed, and we tabled them. They're now back on the table for discussion. Yesterday we received a projected amortization schedule as Linwood requested. Does anyone have any questions about that schedule, comments? Everybody get a chance to take a peek at that?
I would make a comment. I appreciate the information that was given. I met with Dr. Fallet and Dr. Lamb this morning, and I'm quite satisfied with what they've done. I appreciate getting this back to us and very thorough discussion. Thank you all very much.
Anybody else? Let me remind you what the 6 specific recommendations were related to items 15, 13, and 14. They're as follows. Approve a 500-bed housing project and an approximately 18,500 square foot addition to the east side of the Fain Fine Arts Building to house a mass communications program. Approve a maximum budget of $33.25 million for the residence hall and $5 million for the mass communications addition. Approve Buford Thompson Construction as construction manager at risk for this project at a cost not to exceed $2 million. Authorize the administration to move the Red Wine quasi-endowment to the Texas A&M University system for investing. Approve expanding the use of the Red Wine quasi-endowment to include debt repayment for the MassCom building. MassCom building support for debt service in addition to earnings being used to support the honors program. Approve bonding of the overall project in an amount not to exceed $38.25. We received a motion and a second yesterday. Is there any other discussion? Do we need to call for a motion again?
Let's do it.
Okay, so could I get a motion again for these 6 items? So moved. Second?
Second.
Any other discussion on this matter? We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Dr. Givens, please present the Academic Student Affairs Committee report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Academic and Student Affairs Committee met yesterday, and our report is as follows. We had one item presented for committee approval only, which was 15-15, the committee minutes. We had 5 items that were presented for information only. 15-16 was the faculty report, 15-17 the staff report, 15-18 the student government report, 15-19 the athletics report, 15-20 the enrollment report for the fall of 2014. The committee placed on the consent agenda a number of items, starting with 15-21, the December 2014 graduating class. The committee approved the list of candidates for graduation and recommends them. 15-22, the addition of a degree program, Master of Science with a major in Geosciences. Approved the new program as it was presented. 15-23 was the addition of certificate program in petroleum engineering. Approved the certificate program as it was presented. 15-24 was the addition of 4 through 8 generalist teacher certification and change to secondary teacher certification grades. The committee approved this item as presented. 15-25 was core curriculum. We approved the inclusion of courses in the core as was presented to us. 15-26 were a number of policy changes, the MSU policies and procedural manual changes. The committee approved changes to the policies noted below as presented. A was policy 3.135, the faculty sick leave. B